You're about to watch a Trains Newswire video. If you enjoy what you see, consider watching some of our other full-length videos. Hotspots, Horseshoe Curve, Tehachapi, Chicago Racetrack, and more. Locomotive, the video companion to our best-selling special issue. And a special collection from documentary producer Rich Luckin. All these and more are available from our website, kalmbachhobbystore.com. Good morning, Trains Nation. Today is Friday, April 5th, all day until midnight. We are so glad you could join us.
We did pretty good on that.
I think so.
Even practice.
I know. Well, now we buffaloed it by trying to do that.
Hey, Steve, did it snow at your house last night?
Hey, it sure as heck fire did.
It is Wisconsin, folks, in the spring.
That's right. That's right. And we are looking forward to it. It might get as much as 60 degrees tomorrow. And I'm gonna be out there in my shorts and my Hawaiian shirt gardening. You betcha. So, Jim, we got a lot of stuff to talk about on Newswire. I want to start off with a story that I just posted within the past hour to 90 minutes, and that is a story from Bill Stevens in Baltimore. Bill Stevens is at a conference in Baltimore, and a financier yesterday said, shockingly, that E. Hunter Harrison did not invent precision scheduled railroading. Isn't that weird?
No, I actually don't think it is, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It's because a lot of this stuff has been around for years. Go back and ask your old Conrail guys about what they did back in the 70s to fix the railroad after they picked up the pieces. But I agree with this guy. I think Harrison molded it and shaped it and then put it in a package and put a name on it and a brand on it.
So, all right. So this was out there. This is sort of like the colas of like the late 1800s. Yeah. And then Hunter bottled it.
Yep, I think so too. But I mean, it's great to see that someone else recognizes this. Because,
that's right.
Because it is getting a lot of credit to Hunter Harrison. Not to take away anything that he did for it, but like I said, I think that he gave it the real packaging and the branding.
Interesting, interesting. Anyway, full story on Trains Newswire, and this is not just anyone saying this. This is the former chairman of Illinois Central who hired Hunter Harrison saying this. Yeah, he would know. He would know. So read the full story on Newswire. Jim, what else do you got so far this week?
Well, also Bill is there in Baltimore at the Northeast Shippers meeting, and also another great story from Bill. Terrific business coverage.
Oh yes.
He's talking about how shippers are encouraged that precision scheduled railroad will eventually give them better service. They'll be more dependable. Railroads will be able to track their shipments more closely to where the cars actually are. So I thought that was a fascinating thing because, in general, the reaction we've seen to precision scheduled railroading before has been it's been bad for shippers.
Yes.
And now here are shippers saying, no, we embrace this. We think that eventually, there's some price to be paid early on, but eventually it gets us where we want to be.
And this is sort of a long, ongoing story with shippers and railroads, and just the two topics that Bill Stevens covers best. Precision scheduled railroading, if that's like an operations to go over the plan of the railroad, the physical plan, and the operations. Now we have technology in the 21st century that goes on top of that. And shippers are going to get something that you and I have had for a while with FedEx and UPS. Right. They're going to be able to track and trace boxcars, intermodal containers, unit coal trains, and they'll know at every stop along the way what's happening to their freight.
That makes sense.
Yeah, which is cool. And believe it or not, they've not really had this before, unless they installed their own tracking system on a freight car. So
pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
Another Bill Stevens story about UP is slowing down construction on its new Brazos yard down in Texas. Really big development because obviously that was the biggest infrastructure investment in the history of the UP, even beyond building the Transcontinental Railroad or anything else.
In broad numbers of dollars.
Right, in broad numbers of dollars, yes. And so now they're slowing it down, and they're saying, in their method of precision, why am I bundling that
PSR.
today? Yes, PSR, thank you. Precision scheduled railroading. I want to really get into to that.
What's in that mug, Jim?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. They want to possibly use the yard in a different way. They may slow it down. So anyway, read that story by Bill Stevens. An interesting development about that yard construction.
I want to talk to you about Jody Meacham. Jody Meacham is one of our guys out in California. He put together a story with an interview with the CEO of the California High-Speed Rail
I want to read that story.
project.
Yeah.
And it just came up this morning on
wanna read that
Newswire.
one.
And the CEO, there's a lot to this story that I think we can dig into. The CEO has Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is some rare condition. He speaks through tracheotomy. All that aside, this guy is still in charge of the California High-Speed Rail project. And he says, I'll wind it up for you. If we build it, other people will spend money to finish it, which is interesting. Full story interview on Trains Newswire this morning.
Interesting thing. And lastly, Art Miller, who's a well-known person in the railroad field for an interesting reason. He used to do movie shoots with railroads in them.
That's right.
But anyway, Art always has a good sense for the public and things like that. So anyway, he got in touch with the folks out in Utah and Wyoming at the highway patrols there. Talked to them about the 4014 chase that will be taking place a month from now.
Yes. Wow.
A month from now. Yes.
Can't wait.
And also talk to the DOTs in both states to get some information about road closures. So we have a Newswire story. It's news that you can use if you're going to go on that chase. You can find out what the position of those two law enforcement agencies is going to be, and also where the road closures are. And there are a bunch on I-80, which is the main artery.
Now, so to sum it up for you, read the Newswire story so you can get the details. But if you're planning to go out and chase this thing and act like a regular rail fan, know that all the town cops along the route are buying extra ticket pads just for you.
I can't believe it. Yeah, a month from now.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait. See all of our big boy coverage online at Trains Newswire. Also, visit Trains, Railroads, and Railroad History page for all the latest stories that we have on the Transcontinental Railroad. And Jim, you have quite a few stories up now about your search for the route of the Transcon last year.
And a lot of good investigatory times out there, and found a lot of really cool stuff. And glad to share it.
Absolutely. Check it out. Have a great weekend, guys.
Take care.